Hello, everyone. This is Do a Dreamer, and today, me and Jedi Bender is going to be talking about our predictions for the third battle royale for Death Battle. If you haven't seen the previews yet, after Aquaman versus Namor, they had announced that Mega Man will be in a battle royale against different incarnations of himself, and I got hyped. I'm so hyped for that. I know Jedi's hyped for it. But other than that, before we go forward, we're going to say hi to Jedi Bender. What's up, Jedi?
Hey Duo, hey everybody, how y'all doing? I'm excited to be on this prediction and to talk about Mega Man again. I wouldn't say a huge Mega Man fan, but I am a decent sized Mega Man fan. And so when I saw that they're doing a battle royale, I'm like, yes, we're finally getting another battle royale after 5 years since the last one. But it's also involving Mega Man, and I think this is a perfect idea. Like I'm more hyped about this than I was for Aquaman versus Namor.
Yes, I mean, I was just so excited to see this, and I bet a lot of people have been curious about which version of Mega Man is the Alpha Man, if you will.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, this is their third ever battle royale. The first was, of course, the Ninja Turtles, where Leonardo won, which I knew Leonardo was going to win, and I was a little bit
Yeah.
heartbroken because Raphael's my favorite character. But I said, yeah, Leonardo's going to be the winner. And then they had the Pokemon starters for the first Pokemon game. Ivysaur, Charizard, and Blastoise.
Yep. And
And
Blastoise
Blastoise
won.
won, which I was like so happy because every Pokemon game I always use a water Pokemon to start with, so I was happy about that.
Yeah. I was rooting for Charizard, but then I thought about it logically after their analysis, and I'm like, yeah, in my heart, I want Charizard to win, but I know Blastoise is going to take it, and that was good for me because Squirtle was my second favorite Pokemon, so I was very
Yes.
happy Blastoise won, and now I'm happy that once again we're getting a battle royale again, but this time it's with Mega Man, and I think that's a perfect idea because we've always had these different incarnations of the character, but we've never actually asked ourselves, like, which is the best version of that character. Not the best game version, but the actual best character incarnation. And I'm so happy that they're going to tackle that for this one.
Yes.
So I'm
And
hyped.
not only it's the third one, it's their biggest battle royale ever.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
far, so far, it's their
Yeah,
biggest.
yeah, exactly. Like number wise, because the TMNT Battle Royale there were 4 characters. The Pokemon Battle Royale there were 3 characters, and now with this one there are 5. So we went up by one more number. So I'm just so freaking excited to see how they tackle this.
I just thought in my head that if we're counting the Mega Man and the Count from Sesame Street, he says, five, 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 Mega Man! Ah, 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 ah.
Yes.
Need the lightning and
Absolutely.
stuff like that. But anyway,
Yeah.
let's talk about this battle royale. Now, I'm going to let you guys know that we're not going to go too in depth for each character. Mainly because it will take us a long, long while to do this. So we're just gonna give
Yeah.
you like some basic stuff and give you guys some conclusion as to who we think is gonna win, who's gonna be the first to be eliminated, and who's gonna be the last two. So and stuff like that. So we're just gonna keep it very simple. And mainly because there are some incarnations of Mega Man that we are not intimately well known for. You know what I mean? We don't
Yeah.
intimately know some of those Mega Man incarnations. And I'm making reference to the Geostellar from Mega Man Star Force and also Mega Man EXE from Mega Man Battle Network. And also Volnut from Mega Man Legends. But we'll get to it, though. We're still going to cover those guys.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get one character out of the way. It's Mega Man or Rock, which is his real name
Yes.
is Rock. So basically, we all know that he is a fighting robot, which was upgraded by Dr. Light so he can battle the robot masters that was made by Dr. Wily. And it was proven to be very successful. I mean, Mega Man has proven to be a successful character, a successful fighter, freedom fighter also. And his abilities has always been talked about, especially when it comes to copying other abilities. Mostly the fallen robot masters, he will copy their abilities and whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely the most iconic, and it all started with him because without Rock, you wouldn't have all of these different incarnations. So even though you may look at him as I don't know what his chances are, but trust us, just because he may not sound as impressive as X, but he's definitely a force to be reckoned with in his own right.
Exactly. So yeah, let's talk about a little bit of his. Like I already mentioned, he can copy other robots' abilities when they're fallen. We've seen that in many Mega Man games. There are some other peripherals that he has, like Rush, which we found out he will be in this battle as well, along with Mega Man. So I know some people kind of say like, well, isn't that like help? But that's part of his arsenal. Rush is part of his arsenal. So
and remember, Rush was included in the last battle Rock was in, so it would only make sense to have Rush be in this one again.
Exactly. So we know that Rush has like a coil, like a trampoline type thing where it helps Mega Man go to higher places. Also, of course, the jet rocket that which is actually very iconic in my opinion. It's always been iconic. And also he can combine with Rush to have a certain armor where he has a jetpack. Also, he can shoot off like fist rockets at his opponents. And it also gives him a boost of strength and I think some speed as well. So he will be able to lift up more than what he was able to do when he stopped that tower from falling onto Dr. Light. I forgot which Mega Man game was that when he did that, but it was an impressive strength feat nonetheless. It was very impressive. We also know about his speed, that he is faster than lightning. Not faster than light, but faster than lightning, because he was able to defeat the likes of Quickman. Like, you're able to keep up with Quickman and whatnot. So then that's pretty much his raw abilities. But now let's talk about the one ability that people were questioning, will this be included? If you played Mega Man 11, there is a new ability called the Gear System. And the Gear System pretty much amplifies his strength, his power, and also his speed as well. So it's kind of like, as Boomstick said on the preview, it's kind of like steroids in a way.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it.
Right. However, though, and I want people to understand this, even though it does give him a boost on speed and strength, it does take a toll on his body. He cannot use it for long periods of time. So it's kind of like, say, the Kaioken for Goku. He can get that boost, but it's going to take a toll on his body. So I would say that Mega Man or Rock will be able to use that sparingly, or use both at the same time, both gears, the speed and the power at the same time at the right time, in my opinion.
I agree with you on that. I definitely think that the gear system is going to be something that keeps him in this battle for a long period of time, but I don't think it's going to be his ultimate trump card in winning this battle.
Right. And it also depends on what Death Battle is willing to give him in terms of, like, say, abilities he got from other robots. Now, I'm going to say this. He's not going to go every single one, because some of these abilities are pretty much similar to others. You know what I mean? Like, say, the Leaf Shield, there's also one who has a Bubble Shield that works just the same as the Leaf Shield. So we're not going to see, say, every single ability that he's gotten from all 11 games. You know what I mean, guys?
Yeah, no. If anything, they're most likely going to give him. Well, they kind of confirmed it in the preview. They're going to give him the same arsenal they gave him in Mega Man versus Astro Boy, but they're also including the gear system. So he's more or less going to have those same abilities that you saw with pretty much the same effect as they had in that battle, except this time it's on other Mega Man. It's not against a robot.
Right. So
Mhm.
I think that's pretty much it about Rock right now. So
Yeah.
because that was pretty much basically who Rock is, you know what I mean? But anyway,
Yeah.
next we go to X. X, which a lot of people prefer X than Mega Man because he seems more badass than the original Mega Man. And I kind of agree because I always loved that series. It's more dark and gritty than the original classic, which was more, it was not as gritty, but it was just, sort of happy-go-lucky and difficult game to beat.
Yeah, I think I can attest to that. The X series was definitely a bit of a game changer, no pun intended, on the original series, and seeing how things were in Rock's absence, like it was crazy.
Yes. So, as you know, X was built to be pretty much an advanced form of Mega Man. So pretty much everything that Mega Man can do, X can do better.
Yes, I was just about to say that too. That is a great summary of X. He's just a better, improved version of Rock, with with more or less some of the same abilities, but also some newer ones that honestly put Rock to shame when you think about it.
Right. Like one of them is dashing. Like he can dash in the air, he can dash on the ground. He can
Yeah.
also scale walls as well, which Mega Man couldn't do. Well, the original Mega Man
No.
couldn't do. And also, he has the same abilities where he can also copy other abilities as well. Now, the question is, what ability he's going to get? You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. At this time, they haven't released the Mega Man X preview. They released that next Monday for first members and Wednesday for everyone else. So we don't know exactly what they're going to give him. But what we do know, it'll most likely be the arsenal that he has collected over the course of his games. So we can make some interesting deductions on what they may give him and maybe what they won't give him.
right. But we definitely know that his armor is definitely going to be in play in this one.
Oh, yes.
Yes, his armor is going to be definitely. Now there are different types of armor that he had over, but I think they're going to probably use like maybe the first version and then maybe the dark version of his armor, maybe. But
Yeah.
other than that, as we know that the armor boost up when it comes to durability. Like definitely durability boosts up his durability. It boosts up strength and also speed as well. Because there's a move that he does where he kind of looks like he's doing like the Kaioken attack, where he's
Yeah.
rushing into like say his enemies and stuff, which is actually a really good technique actually with the armor.
Yeah, I'd say so. That's a good technique, and it definitely can improve a lot. Like just with his armor alone, I say like it's a better improvement of the original Ceratanium armor that Rock had, because with Rock's armor, it was just meant to increase his basic stats like strength and durability, but it could only take him so far. But with X, it takes him even farther.
Right. And if I remember correctly, he also has this big, huge attack called the Giga Blast, where
Yes.
it pretty much obliterates everything in his area. Like if you play the games and you get all the armor pieces, he does have that final attack, which is very useful on certain boss members. But the thing is, I don't know if it takes a toll on his body. It doesn't really show he does. It does have some limited usage as well. He can't keep
Yeah.
using it constantly. You know what I mean? He can't
Yeah.
keep using that constantly. So with that, there are some feats that he has done that I would like to address. Is that he has been infected by the Sigma virus once before, and he
Mhm.
overcome that. So that's something that could be very useful in this battle, and we'll get to it why I mentioned this. So
Yeah.
so go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, the feats that you brought up, definitely the ones that fans love to point to. I definitely can see most of them as legit, but even with that said, I still think it's a good idea to wait and see what the other Mega Man have up their sleeves. Because even though X is the fan favorite to win, just because he's done all of this crazy stuff, just because he is an advanced version of Rock, and anything that the other Mega Man can do, X can do more better than them. That doesn't mean that, okay, it's going to guarantee he'll win, because you never know. One of these other Mega Man could have something up their sleeves that X can't deal with, but I definitely think rounding out X and everything he can do, I definitely say he's the most likely to win this fight if you pretty much take into account his abilities, his feats, and just overall how much he has done in his own games, which he has a lot of them.
Yeah, about there's actually 9 of them actually.
Yes.
One of them called I think Mega Man X Command. I think it's X. I forgot the name of it, but it was an RPG style. Not just Mega Man from Mega Man X to Mega Man X. I think it was 7. Yeah, it was Mega Man X7. Which no, Mega Man X8. X8, the one that a lot of people don't like to kind of want to forget about. They want to forget about those particular games, but there have been those many games where he's done a lot. So yeah, I like it, and like I said, a lot of people put their huge bets on X to win this whole thing.
Yes.